If you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm talking about my goals for 2020, what I'm calling the year of the pursuit. And I'm prioritizing those pursuits. Last week I talked about the first thing I'm prioritizing is pursuing God's presence. And now today I'm gonna talk about the second thing that I'm pursuing, and that's pursuing God's people. Now I'm just gonna say what it means for my life. For me, I have introvert tendencies. I'm not fully introvert, but I consider myself more of an introvert than an extrovert. And for me, that means that I enjoy time to myself, and it means I don't normally go out of my way to talk to people, to start a conversation with people, especially people I don't know very well. I don't do great with crowds necessarily. When I'm at church, I usually just go in, have church service, leave, don't necessarily talk to people before and after service like a lot of people do. I know that's not great. I know that I should be better about that, but that's just who I am personality-wise. That's just, I'm introverted. So it's easy for me to not prioritize people because it doesn't come naturally for me, it doesn't come easy for me, but God is telling me in 2020 that I need to prioritize His people more. It's easy for me to not prioritize people, to go out of my way to talk to people, and even more so when I get busy, when I have a lot going on, it's really easy for me to kind of put people on the back burner and kind of like, I'm not gonna worry much about people because I have so many things to do in my own life, whether it's my job, it's my freelance stuff outside of that, maybe it's just things I wanna do, things I enjoy, and it's easy for me to honestly go a long time without, maybe it's a friend that I haven't talked to in a while, or a family member that I need to reach out to, or maybe it's a coworker when I'm so busy with work that I don't take the time to listen and actually talk to them. Honestly, even my wife sometimes, I can get so busy with things that I have to get done that I don't make it a priority to spend time with my wife, and I promise you, that's not a good thing. God is telling me in 2020, I need to prioritize His people. At work, we've been talking a lot about ROI recently, return on investment, right? How much time do we spend on something, and is it really worth it? And so for me, it became very easy for me to think of people in terms of ROI and like, okay, I have all these things I have to do in my life, whether it's work on the house or the car or my job or my freelance stuff, whatever it is, and it's easy to say, oh, people, there's not a high ROI on people. Yes, there is an ROI on people because God does use people in your life, and I promise you whatever blessing, whatever you're looking for, it's probably most likely gonna come through a person that you have a relationship with, so it is important, and if you wanna just look at things as ROI, there is return on investment, like actual tangible return on investment, most likely in relationships with people, but we all know, you and I both know, that that's probably few and far between, that every person you talk with, 1 out of the 100 people you see in a day might actually contribute something to your life, whether that's physical, tangible, something with money or gifts, or even a relationship that ends up developing into a strong personal friendship, or maybe it's a business relationship down the road, whatever that is. We know that that's not that common, so I'm not gonna try to convince you that people have a high ROI. I'm just gonna tell you that regardless of the return on investment that people have in your life, you need to prioritize people. I need to prioritize people. God is telling me I need to prioritize people regardless of what they could ever do for me, because people are the most important thing in the world, and they're the most important thing to God. People are more important than any possession you could ever have, and people are the only thing you get to take with you to heaven when you die. This is why your youth coaches and your parents taught you sportsmanship as a kid, because as great as it is to win a basketball game, people are more important. Now, I'm not telling you that you should throw a game to not hurt somebody's feeling. I'm not saying you should lose on purpose. I'm not saying you should be less aggressive so you don't accidentally hurt someone. I'm just saying be a good sport about it. Don't cheat. Don't hold a grudge after the game. If you're gonna talk trash, I'm gonna say don't talk trash, but some people are going to anyway, so if you're gonna talk trash, don't make it personal. So what does it look like in life? What does sportsmanship, pursuing people look like in your everyday life? For me, God was just saying, prioritize relationships with people. That means, you know what? If there's a friend or a family member you haven't talked to in a while, shoot them a text, see how they're doing, maybe get together with them more than you would have, right? Prioritize your family. We moved back to Minnesota. A big reason why was to be close with family. So it's stupid if I'm gonna go weeks without seeing my parents, without talking to my family. I'm not gonna do that in 2020. In 2020, I'm gonna pursue people. First and foremost, that means pursuing my wife. That means making time every day to not just be with her, not just have time with her, but quality time with her. It means if somebody needs to talk, taking the time to truly listen, whether that's a coworker at work or at the grocery store, right? If a cashier at Target wants to talk, take the time to listen. That's what it looks like to pursue people. That's what I'm gonna do in 2020, and I encourage you to do the same.